Hello, guys, and welcome to your first day of creative entrepreneurship. My name is Siren Ray. I'm the creativepreneur. So today we are in the woods today because I wanted to start our first lesson out in a place that I was very peaceful in. This is a place where I come to chill, to gather my thoughts. I done laughed in these woods. I done cried in these woods. Like literally, I remember like there's a lake right behind me. Well, it's like a river. I remember coming here and literally like crying because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to move my building. I didn't know how I was going to make more money. I kind of lost my faith. So I came here to speak to God, to pray, to put my feet in the river and just think and stuff like that. So it's really important in entrepreneurship to have a place that brings you at peace. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to start my first video here. And our first video is going to be about mindset, which is going to be one of the most important videos in this series, in this lesson. So with that being said, all the fluff and stuff like that, we don't got time for that because we got 2 hours. We got 2 hours. So we just going to jump right into this lesson. Okay. So the first lesson is going to be well, before I get into it, let me tell you why it's best for you to change your mindset, because you can easily be motivated when you first purchase in my course. You can easily be motivated seeing everybody online getting all this money, or like just living their dreams, doing their talents and having fun and stuff like that, and you could give up when things don't work for you right away. So that's why it's best to change your mindset before you get started, because if you're already in a mindset, I'm going to make it, things are going to work in my favor, then it's harder for you to give up. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to get you out of that poverty mindset. We're going to get you out of that lack mindset. We're going to get you out of that I can't do it mindset. We're going to get you out of that scarcity mindset right now. Okay. So let's jump right into this video. So the first thing we want to do is we want to understand how our mindset developed. So your mindset is developed since you were a child all the way up until your adult years, and it came from the environment that you were born in. While we cannot help the environments that we are born in, we can also choose to get rid of things that are unhealthy from that environment. Okay, such as me. Let me tell you a little bit just about myself really quickly. I am from Wilmington, Delaware. From down bottom per se. With that, you can't really I'm from down bottom, so down bottom is not really a place that's known to be peaceful, that's known to be quiet, that's known to be, safe and things of that nature. So it's basically the hood. I'm basically from the hood. Like I remember seeing people get shot, right? I mean, not seeing, but hearing people literally get shot outside my window and hear it screaming. You get what I'm saying? I could have easily became somebody who thought that I would always have to live that way, or that was the correct way of living. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this video. So the first thing is your mindset. The people you're around play a huge part in their life, is all you see, so you think that's all there is. So with the environment thing, the best thing you want to do and the first thing you want to do is you want to start changing your environment. So if you like Starbucks, go to Starbucks in a better neighborhood. If you like going to the library, go to the library in a better neighborhood. If you like going to the park, go to a park in a better neighborhood. So just go to research whatever the richest part, the richest part, the safest part, or the most royal part. Because usually royal areas have people who have money and stuff like that. A lot of people want to. Well, we're not gonna say that, but and here, the more royal areas are the more wealthy. But you know where you live, you can live anywhere. So look, research where the wealthy people go to eat. Go research where the wealthy people go to work out. Research where the wealthy people go, and you want to put yourself in that area. So find yourself a gym there, find yourself a coffee shop there, find yourself a library there, find yourself a park there. And even if it's going out the way, an extra 20-minute drive or something, you're gonna really thank yourself for it later. Okay. So make sure you're going to wealthier places so you can get into new environments and stuff like that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing people with things. Eventually you might start making friends because you go to a certain gym every day, or a certain park every day, or a certain coffee shop every day, and people are talking to you. And even if people are not talking directly to you, you're going to start to overhear conversations. Like you're going to, be eavesdropping and stuff. Like you're going to start to hear conversations about things that are going on in people's lives, the things they got going on and stuff like that. And all that stuff is good to put yourself in that environment of where you want to be. So that's the first thing you want to do, is you want to switch up your environment. Okay. um we need to spend time in better areas. The next thing you want to do, might be a little controversial, but you need to follow people who are living the life you want and follow nobody else. So I know this might sound crazy, but you might really need to just unfollow all your friends. If all your friends are like partying and drinking and stuff and there's nothing wrong with partying and drinking and stuff like that, but if all your friends post is like baddie content, like from the show baddies, or all they doing is smoking hookah and going to the bar and all this other stuff, and that's all you see on their TL every single day, that's not going to motivate you. That's going to program your mind to want to do those things. So just let your friends know, like, I love you, I care for you, but I gotta put your account on mute, or don't even tell them you put their account on mute or unfollow them. Just do it. You get what I'm saying? And just start following all types. Start following the people that you want to be, whether it be a lifestyle influencer, whether it be a business influencer, whether it be a fitness influencer, whatever it is. Start following all the people that you want to be like. And I'm not saying you should want to be like somebody else, but I'm just saying like people who inspire you. You get what I'm saying? I don't follow mess. You know what I'm saying? Like when people tell me like, oh, you know what's going on in such and such life, you know what's going on with DDG and DD. I don't know these people. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the latest drama. I don't know, because all I follow are high level entrepreneur. I follow artists, and I follow like I like baking, so I follow people who bake, and I follow people who have homesteads, because all those things are my goals. Everything from my entrepreneurship goals to my fitness goals to my cooking goals to how I want my house to look goals. I have all the people I follow who have those things, who those are the only people I follow. I don't follow anything else. Okay. So you want to clean up your social media. Okay. So that's the first way that we're going to change our mindset, is by changing our environment, going to places and changing the places we be at, and changing the things that we see on social media. Second thing we want to understand when it comes to changing our mindset is other people's fears are not yours, especially if the person that's talking to you have not did what you're trying to do. They have not done what you're trying to do. They have not been around anyone who's done what you're trying to do. And even if they have, and even if they failed, it may not have been their path. But that's another thing for the ring. So even if you know another business owner, like, yo, I had this business and it failed. Okay, that's your business. Your business failed. That doesn't mean my business is going to fail. Your business failed. I'm sorry it failed. Hopefully it gets better, but I can't internalize that. But that's something else for another day. Okay. Now back to what I was saying. Your fears are not other people's fears are not your fears. You got to understand that. I want you to repeat that. I want you to write this down. Other people's fears are not your fears. Okay. People don't believe in people don't believe in themselves, so that's why they find it hard to believe in you. So a lot of times people will tell you not to do things and stuff like that because it may not work out and stuff like that, because when you tell somebody something, a lot of times they put themselves in their shoes because you're around them, so they're thinking that you're like them and stuff like that. So like, for example, let me give you an example. So you have a friend, right? You hang out with this friend every day, that's your best friend or whatever. You tell this friend that, hey, I want to open my own art studio, right? This friend is around you every single day, and they're like, I myself could never open an art studio. I don't even know where to begin to open an art studio. So if I can open an art studio, why does my friend think they can open an art studio? That's ridiculous. I want to tell you like they're going to tell you like, oh girl, that's crazy, I don't know if you could do that, that might be a little risky, only because she's putting herself in those shoes, so she feels like she can't do it. Somebody she's around every single day and somebody she's like can't do it. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes people are internalizing their own fears onto you because you look like them. So if they don't believe in themselves, why would they believe in you? Okay. The second thing I want to touch on when it comes to changing your mindset is the safety that your friends and family want for you. A lot of the times we think that our friends and family are being negative, and like I just said, that could be the one thing. It could be because again they're internalizing it and thinking of themselves, don't believe in themselves. But the second part of that is because they love you. They love you and they don't want to see you hurt and they don't want to see you disappointed. So they might tell you like, hey, I don't think you should try to open that art studio. I don't know if you should start your own photography real estate business. I don't know if you should open your own salon suite. I don't know if you should do all that, baby girl, because I don't want you to I don't want you to get in debt. I don't want you to fail and be all miserable. I don't want you to be depressed. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. So let's just do it safe. Just do it safe. I think you should just get a good job. I think maybe you should just do that on the side as a hobby. I don't think you should just take it that serious. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I haven't seen many other people make it, and I just don't want you to be one of them people that who are hurt. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes our friends and our family, they try to instill these things with you into you because they don't want you to get hurt and they don't want to see you miserable. Okay, so we got to understand that. Now, the last part of people's fears are not your fears is sometimes motherfuckers, oh, excuse my language, but it's my course, you know what I'm saying? School, sometimes motherfuckers see the potential in you before you see it in yourself, baby. Sometimes people see the potential in yourself before you see it in you. When I tell you, and sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know if I want to speak life into this creative, because if I speak life into this creative, they might get bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I cannot tell y'all how many times I've been around people who have taught me things and they started to see me kind of go above them. You get what I'm saying? Because in that season of my life, I needed them to teach me. And then I started getting a little bit bigger and a little bit better. And I started incorporating other things. So I started making a little bit more money than them and stuff like that. So now they're trying to tell me, oh, your art is not all that, or your art is not cool, or this is the way you should do stuff. And and this is too sexual and that's too colorful and you're contrasted. And I'm like, people keep buying it. people keep coming to me. You get what I'm saying? So you have to understand, you have to know the difference between somebody, like, honestly, I would never listen to anybody who tells you can't do something. The best friend that you can have, if you're trying to do something healthy, if you're trying to follow your dreams, the best person to be in your corner is somebody who tells you, okay, let's figure out how to do it, versus you can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Let's figure out how to do it. Maybe you can't do it this way, let's do it that way. Maybe you can't do it that way, let's do it another way. You should only have people around you who want to help you figure out how to do what you're trying to do, versus telling you that you just can't do it. Because there's always a way to do something. It's just the way about, it's just different ways to go about it. The same way I go with about something is not the same way that you go away. You're gonna go about something. The same way somebody else in this course uses a part of this course to go about something, it may be another part of course that helps you, but doesn't, you get what I'm saying, but doesn't help the other, if that makes sense. So the way that you're gonna go about stuff is always going to be different than everyone else. So remember that you always want to be around people who tells you, like, okay, let's see how you can do it, versus telling you you can't do it. Okay. So yeah, so the finish up what I was saying is, there are going to be people that see their potential before you do, and they don't want you to reach that potential. So they're going to be telling you that you can't do something, that something's not going to work out, something's too hard or whatever, because they don't want to see you do it. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to be better than them. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so I want to end this lesson off with, you are the CEO, the boss, the controller of your life. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not letting nobody tell me. And I had a speaking engagement one time, and this young lady raised her hand. She was like, "How do you get the nerve to just do all this stuff? Like, how do you get the nerve to just do what you want to do?" And I'm like, "Baby, it's my life. I'm gonna do what I want to do." Like, I always had that mindset. And be me and a Leo. I don't know who Leo is here, Leo gang, but I've never been one for somebody to tell me what to do. You're gonna say I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, you need to put yourself in this positive mindset of, I'm going to do what I want to do however I want to do it. Like, either if it don't work one way, I'm going to do it another way. If it don't work this way, I'm going to do it another way. I just wanted to take pictures. I wanted to dress up, take pictures. I wanted to dress females up and take pictures. I wanted to build sets. I want to do arts and crafts. So however I got to make money to do that, that's what I'm going to do. So however I got to pivot to do that, that's what I'm going to do. So you put yourself in the mindset of, this is your life, and you're going to do what you want to do, and nobody's going to tell you that you can't do it, because it's your life. Like, how you going to let somebody come in here and tell you what you're going to do with your life? Nobody's finna die with you. Nobody was born with you, and nobody's going to die with you. So when you're on your deathbed, you're thinking about, oh, I should have opened that art studio when I was 17. Oh, I should have opened that pottery studio when I was 34. But I never did it because I was scared, or people kept saying I couldn't do it. So now you lived your whole life not knowing what it's like to have your art studio, your pottery studio, have your real estate photography business, because you were so busy doing what everybody else asked you to do, with everybody else wanted you to do with your life. This is your breath. These are your moments. This is your mind. So you got to understand that it's your mind, it's your life. So you have to do what you want. You have to put yourself in the mindset of, this is my life, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Okay. So now I think you are ready. I hope you're ready, because I hope you're ready. I know you're ready. I think you're ready. I think you got this. You got this in the bag. But I'm gonna just run through these right quick again. Says, understand how your mindset develop. Look at your environment you're in. If it's not the environment that you want to be in, go put yourself in that environment, and make sure all your social media also reflects that environment. Next, other people's fears are not your fears. Remember, other people's fears are not your fears. There are their internalized thoughts from their experiences, their belief systems, and stuff like that. That shit don't got nothing to do with you. If you believe that you can do it, you can do it. Okay. And then lastly, this is your life, baby. You got to do what you want to do with the time that you have, because you don't know how much life you have. So why give it away to everyone else when it belongs to you? But with that being said, my name is Siren. I'm the Creatorpreneur, and I'll see you guys in our next lesson. Bye.